I want you to anticipate a smooth sailing. You guys, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee way. It's on Amazon. Well, about 3 days after I was here, there was a huge snowstorm. I don't know, I kind of liked it. I thought it was fun. I'm just not willing to spend my money that way anymore because I'm so cozy. I'm snug as a bug in a rug in my minivan. I love it here. Today, I'm going to talk about summer van life. My last video, I talked about winter van life. And this series here, 2 parts, is addressing you who are kind of nervous about it, and you think, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Where am I going to park? Is this going to work out? Am I going to get hurt? Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Well, I'm here to tell you that you are going to make it. I'm going to say that within a year, you're going to learn how to do it on your own. You're going to find a way that makes it work for you. But what I'm doing is giving you a plan that I know that will work for sure. Now, for my last video, I talked about winter. I talked about Quartzsite and that area. We got Lake Havasu, we got Parker, we've got Ehrenberg over here, we've got, Quartzsite, that this, and Yuma, and down below Yuma, that you can just kind of go up and down on that avenue there, okay? Now, after a year, you're gonna make friends, you're gonna have phone numbers, you're going to have a lot more information. So after the year, you're gonna have that confidence. So that's what you can do when you first start out. Today, let's get on with today, okay? I want you to watch it all the way through. I want you to leave me a comment. Just say hi, Lee, or leave me a heart, or ask me questions. That is actually more helpful, so I can address them on videos. And give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. That really helps me out, and it keeps me going, okay? So, summertime. After Quartzsite, I always suggest, I mentioned on the last video, to go ahead and, if you can, start your van life in late fall. Yeah, early winter. And get yourself either on Highway 80, 40, or 10. Get yourself over to Arizona if you're on the East Coast. Okay, now we're moving into the beginning of April, middle March, April, maybe the end. I don't think you're going to be able to stay in Quartzsite in April. It's going to get hot. It really, really is. But if you can do it, that's really cool. Where I want you to go next, it's a surefire thing, and it's only 4 hours away from Quartzsite, okay? And that's Flagstaff. This is where I spend my summers now. I used to do all kinds of different things, okay? But now what I do is I just go to Flagstaff, and this is a surefire system, okay? And then once you do the Quartzsite, then if you do the Flagstaff, you're going to meet so many people, yeah, and you're going to have the confidence to say, well, I don't know, next winter after the summer, I want to go someplace else, yeah. I want to go to Tucson even, or I want to go to the Pacific Ocean and hang out up and down that avenue there. There are all kinds of things. Or I might want to go to Florida, or I might want to go to Texas. There's a lot of people that go to Texas. So when you start meeting people, find out where they go. Where do you go for the summer? What do you do in the winter? I know you're here in Quartzsite now, but what are some other areas? You're going to gather that information, okay? I'm only one person. I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, so you're going to go, let's say you're going to follow my plan. You're going to go to Flagstaff. If you go in the beginning of April, please know it's going to be cold still. And it could snow a few times, but you know what? Big deal. I like the cold better than I like the hot. Because if it's cold, I can put more clothes on. And I can go into places and restaurants or libraries, things like that, and I can be warm in the afternoon, right? And I've got enough bedding back here and that I can stay nice and warm. This year, I did go to Flagstaff early. I went mid-April, and the reason I did was because I was in Tucson, and I'm not kidding, mid-April, it got up to like 90, 95 degrees, and I thought, well, this is for the birds. So I left, and I came, and I drove north, got myself ready, and came up north. Well, about 3 days after I was here, there was a huge snowstorm. I don't know, I kind of liked it. I thought it was fun. So I came up here and it snowed, and I just kind of hung out with it. Yeah, I just stayed in my van, and I did go to a restaurant. I went there, and I sat there for a good couple hours. They let me stay there, and I just drank coffee and worked on some videos, worked on some business, and waited for it to kind of calm down. And the next day it was gone. It melted, yeah. But it is cold. I will mention it's still cold up here or very cool, I should say, in April. But you can't stay in Quartzsite for too long because it's going to get hot and you can become dehydrated and it can actually make you ill. Okay, so you're in Flagstaff. Where in Flagstaff can you go? Okay, I've got some surefire names for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to get on your phone and you're going to go on Google Maps when you get here and you're going to Google it. It's all on Google Maps. They're all listed on here. Everything that I'm going to tell you is listed. Number 1 for boondocking. And it's only about 10-15 minutes from Flagstaff City. That's it. I mean, you can go in and get your groceries. You can go in and go do your shopping. You can hang out here for the day. And the main one I want to tell you about is called Belmont. Yeah, it's well known. It's BLM land. It's public land. There's a lot of logging going on there because this is, in Flagstaff is where you have all the ponderosa pines. It's about 7,000. Well, it varies as wherever you go. Well, 7,000, roughly 7,500 elevation. So it's not so high that it's going to impede your breathing, although it does take some of us, especially me, a couple weeks, maybe even a month, to just really get used to the elevation. And, but it's not so high that, like in Colorado. So, Belmont, it's called Belmont. And all you have to do is put it on Google Maps and it'll get you there. It's going to take you into a road. It's a really nice road. The roads aren't that bad there. I mean, there are some that can be a little, once you really get into it, it can be a little bumpy, but a lot of nomads are there. You just pick a spot, okay? A lot of trees, you're going to get partial shade. When I stay there, what happens for me is that I will pick a spot that's shaded, but during the day, and I look around to see, okay, so when I look at the trees, when the sun goes over this way, the sun's going to hit me here. Do I have enough area to just move my van maybe a couple feet to get back into the shade? I really don't want my van overheating. I've got stuff in here, so I covet the shade. Okay, in van life. So Belmont, you're going to have, just don't park so close to people. But you're going to have people around. You can say hi. You can get to know them, I guess. A lot of nomads, I will say, a lot of nomads like to stay solo and they like to stay private. They don't want to be chit-chatting all the time. They became nomads because they like the solitude. But there's some that you're going to meet and you're going to become friends with. So Belmont, and I will mention that Belmont is really only 5 minutes. I mean, once you get in your van and then you drive out, but it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to a Pilot truck stop. Okay, so you got Belmont, and then you've also got, I will mention, you've got Pilot. You can park there overnight. I don't know if I'd want to do it every night, but there's an area for cars. There's a whole area. Truckers, semis, they're in a whole nother area. I've mentioned before, I had one commenter way back, like years ago, say, well, that's horrible that you park at a truck stop. You're taking spaces from truckers. No, they got their own area. And pilots and loves, both pilots and loves, you can park there overnight. Okay? Just park. Close up, don't create a ruckus, okay? And then in the morning you can get up and you can go get, your coffee, hang out, look for the snacks. I don't do snacks anymore, but they got a lot of snacks in there. There's not much that I would even buy in there to eat, but because I've really changed my diet to really clean eating, but not everybody does that. You've got Pilot, and it's right there. And then it's also only like 10 minutes away. Then you keep going, and you're 10 minutes away from Flagstaff. Okay? And I will mention that you're also only about, once you're in Pilot or at Belmont, which is, you got Pilot here, and you just got Belmont like right there. It's a little road you go down, and then you go into it. You've also got Williams. And you can go hang out in Williams. That's only like 20 minutes away from the Pilot store, the Pilot truck stop. So from Flagstaff, you're 30 minutes from Williams. Big deal. You can go into Williams. And I will mention that in Williams, there's a Love's. And and they don't mind you parking there overnight either. There you go, right? And you can go into Williams, go shopping. Williams has great, they got this one restaurant. Oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of it. But me and a bunch of gals, we all went there. They have like, I don't know how many, but it's a lot. I'm going to say, 50 different pies, and they bake them every day. I'm serious. There's a huge glass case, and you just go around, you tell them what kind of pie you want. You got cream pies, so you've got these restaurants. You've got the barbecue restaurants that you can sit outside and there's music. Williams is kind of it really is sort of a tourist town a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So this is a great area. And then from Williams, you can take, 65 up to the Grand Canyon. And that's only like 50 minutes from Williams. So you've got all of this going on. So your first summer, I'd go to Flagstaff. It's a surefire thing. I'm going to tell you some other places, so listen up, okay? Another place is, you've got Willard Springs. Willard Springs. Yeah. Put it in Google Maps and find out where it is. It's about 25 minutes south of Flagstaff. Big deal. Max goes there. He's got friends that go there. I've stayed there. Where Willard Springs is where, I don't know, way back like 3 years ago, maybe 4, I did the parody of Castaway. That's where I did that. I was there with Max, and it took me a couple of days. I was all looking around, where can I film this one part, things like that, So that's there. It's not my favorite place. It's kind of dusty, but you got ponderosa pines everywhere. Their roads are a little bit bumpy. You kind of got to go around. There might be a pothole. But, I'm in a minivan and I made it. People do it. Okay? And it's a nice area. It's public lands. Willard Springs. So you got Belmont. You've got Pilot. You've got Loves. You've got Willard Springs. And I don't really know if there's a limit. I mean, in my circle, they stay all summer. Okay? So you've got that. It's a sure thing. Okay? Well, at least for, now, it's a sure thing. I don't know. I mean, anything can happen next year. Who knows? But, things are a little, sometimes shaky, and we're on shaky grounds these days. But it's been there for years. Okay? Now, so you can easily run in to Flagstaff. It's beautiful. Now you also have during the day. Now during the day, if you want to get up just a little bit higher elevation, 8,000 feet, you can go to, it's called the Kendrick Park Wildlife Trail. Yeah, you can go park. There's places to park there. You can get out and walk the trail. I mean, it's an easy trail. It's not like hiking, okay? And right over, you can see Mount Humphreys. Mount Humphrey, oh my gosh. That's the highest peak in Arizona. That's the highest peak in all of Arizona is Mount Humphrey. It's gorgeous. When you first get here in April, there's still snow up there. It's gorgeous. You can see it. If you're coming, I don't know where you might be coming from, but when I come up from Arizona, I hit 10, and then I get on 17. And when there's this bend that I turn as I'm getting closer, and it's bam. It's like my heart pounds. It's like, there's Mount Humphrey. I can see it off in the distance. Snow Peak, everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you got that. You got Fort Tuttle Park. And that has a lot of shade to it. And it's big. And it has a lot of shade. You can spend the day there. You can't spend the night, but you can spend the day. These are places you can go during the day if you want to stay in town, like I do. You can visit outside of Flagstaff. You can visit Marshall Lake, Lake Mary, and I will mention that you can park in this another area. I've never been I've never been there, but it's called Mountain Air. Max and his tribe go there all the time. They spend maybe half of their summer there. Yeah, or they'll go to Belmont, or they'll go to Willard Springs. But those three areas are places where you can boondock. And it's just a hop, skip, and a jump into Flagstaff. Get your supplies, go hang out. Now here's what you can do. If you don't want to boondock all the time, because I really don't like to boondock much at all. It's dusty. I like to be in town. But what you can do is you've got Planet Fitness here. You come in and to get your shower, even if you do it once a week, or maybe boondock and then come in for a couple days, then go back out and boondock. Right? You can rotate them. But go to Planet Fitness, go work out if you need to, get your shower, go to Walmart's or Fry's, whatever. Go hit a restaurant, go eat, go hang out, go shopping. There's a mall here in Flagstaff, right by Planet Fitness. And then you can go back out. Now, while you're here for a couple days, you can park at, just go to a Pilot, or just hit Cracker Barrel. It's right here. Yes, Cracker Barrel's here, and they let you stay. And as long as it's a couple days or 3 days, and then you go back out boondocking, I'm telling you, this is a surefire system for you until you can get the confidence, okay, to do this and expand out. Now, so what do you think? Let me know what you think. Ask me more questions if I didn't hit on a certain subject that you go, well, what about this or what about that? I'll answer. You know me. I'll answer them for you. I really will. So I'm still going to keep going with parking and keeping you calm. Keeping you calm. And here's it. I mean, come on, everybody. We all know a lot of us have to be out here. We can't afford rent anymore. We're going broke, okay? We're depleting our bank accounts, and food prices are still up there. Yeah. And at this point, I could afford an apartment. I could. But you know what? It would take a lot of my money, and I'm just not willing to spend my money that way anymore because I'm so cozy. I'm snug as a bug in a rug in my minivan. I love it here. Let's go back to my last video. I want to address this. I really do. Thanks for watching it to this point. The ones who gave me trouble probably aren't going to watch it all the way through. I think what a few of you did, not you, I know it wasn't you, but a few of the people who saw my, I think it said $600 for boondocking in Quartzsite. Now, and there was a question mark afterwards. Okay, it wasn't like an exclamation. It was a question mark. Well, I think people saw that. They didn't even watch the video, but I will say that the LTVAs, it's still up, out, it's still not set officially, because on their BLM, Bureau of Land Management website, it still says $600 for the season, September 15th through April 15th, 2025, which is now, through 2026, they've raised the price to $600, which is $85 a month for the staying at any LTVA in that region, which is Yuma, and there's a bunch of them, LTVA, North, South, Tyson Wash, things like that. Okay. Well, I got some comments. I got comments that said, you're giving false information, blah, 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 blah. It's only 180. Well, I mentioned in the video that it could stay 180, but it is proposed that this year, it would move up to $600. But it hasn't been officially signed yet. So if you are watching that said something like that to me, pooey. No, if you had watched the video, you would have known what I said. So I did not give false information. We don't know yet. They say that we're going to know September 1st. That will be more official. Chances are it will remain $180. But it has been proposed. They've been talking about this for a year now. They want to move it up to 600. So with that said, I'm going to say goodbye now, okay? And if people, here's my last thought. If you will watch the video all the way through, you'll know. I do get it. And I'll, even if it's not anything to do with van life, I'll say something. But I'm talking about it, or they see the title and they don't even, and I usually will say, you didn't watch the video, did you? That's what I said. And I've actually had a couple people say, you're right, I didn't. I'll go back and watch it again. I've actually had people say that. So, that was nice of them to do that. So anyways, till tomorrow, I'm going to talk about what to do and where to go while you're traveling. Yes, let's say you're on the East Coast and you're moving to the West Coast. Oh my gosh, there's where a lot of fear comes in. Is what am I going to do? Am I going to be safe? Am I going to be kidnapped? Is somebody going to hurt me? Are they going to arrest me? Are they going to do all these things to me? What if I break down? Those are things that you're worried about. But I'm here to calm you down and let you know that even if these things, you're not going to be arrested, okay? Unless you do something horrible. But no, I'm here to ease your mind. Our greatest fears lie in anticipation. So what I want you to do is anticipate no trouble whatsoever. I want you to anticipate a smooth sailing. I want you to anticipate your first year while you're learning that everything is going to be roses for you, because I guarantee you it will. Okay? So till tomorrow, I love you guys. How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee way. It's on Amazon. Okay? It is comprehensive encyclopedia on van life for any size rig. Okay? Okay. And I want you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I want you to leave a comment. There you go. I love you guys. Mwah. I really do. Want you to be happy, and I want you to get over this the best way possible. So I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I love you guys.